Yeah.
Get engaged and get married.
I love that story.
It's a wonderful story.
It's a wonderful story. So I'm going to say that.
Well, we're just going to start over with the fucking congratulations for being live.
As a teacher's assistant.
All right, everyone, you know what time it is. It's time to play. Stop!
Let's say hello to Christine Blahowiak from Neenah, Wisconsin, who watches the show on WLUK. Is it pronounced Neenah?
Yes, that's right.
Excellent. All right, you know how to play this game.
Yep.
You've given me two statements. One's true and one's a lie. I have 60 seconds to decide which is the truth. If you stump me, you'll win this. Here we go, Christine. Your first statement is, I married my high school sweetheart at age 50, or I worked as a teacher's assistant for 30 years.
Married her high school sweetheart is the truth.
Yeah, I'm looking at your picture.
Yeah.
You look very young. Is
dyes
that
her
an
hair.
old photo?
Well, just last year.
You look great.
Oh, good for you.
What took you so long to marry this guy? Were you did you like him in high school, or were you guys
Well,
just friends?
he was in a local rock band, and I was a farmer that in those days weren't in with the popular group and all that. So he didn't really know me, but I went to watch him play.
Oh, so he was your high school sweetheart in your mind.
In my mind. Oh my God. It was only in my mind. Absolutely.
All
right.
Yeah.
And how did you finally wear him down? You just followed him until the band retired?
Oh, no, I actually killed his wife. No, I actually killed his wife. Yeah, I dressed up I put on a fat suit, and I put on a ski mask, and I broke into his house with his wife. And I cased out the joint. I was secretly living in their barn for about 3.5 years, waiting for the right time. And when their dogs were sleeping, I broke into the house and I shot and killed his wife. And then 4 days later came by and offered my sympathies with one of my world famous New York style grape pies. I made one of my I made a famous New York grape pie, and offered my condolences and took advantage of him while he was horny and vulnerable, because I laced the pie with wine, so you can't really taste it because the grape flavor masks the wine. So while I was drunk, I drugged him and took advantage of him so he wouldn't wake up, and I got his ejaculate inside of me and got pregnant, and then forced him to marry me shotgun wedding style. That's how we do it in Neenah, Wisconsin.
Actually, that's how we got together when we went to our 30th class reunion. We both enjoyed the music of a certain local band that was a blues guitarist. And so that's where we started, and it was all happiness after.
How long did you date before you got married?
Oh, about a half a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 50, I mean,
and then we're buying a house, so, we still had parents then, so we wanted to get engaged and get married.
I love that story.
It's a wonderful story.
It's a wonderful story. So I'm going to say this.
Okay.
Actually, that's how we got together when we went to our 30th class reunion. We both enjoyed the music of a certain local band that was a blues guitarist. And so that's where we started, and it was all happiness after.
How long did you date before you got married?
Oh, about a half a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 50, I mean,
and then we're buying a house, so, we still had parents then, so we wanted to get engaged and get married.
I love that story.
It's a wonderful story.
It's a wonderful story. So I'm going to say this.
Okay. My gosh, you didn't even ask a single question about being a teacher.
No. All the work I did as a teacher assistant, you're not even, that's okay.
Yeah, no, I think that
See, here's the thing, she gave it away, because if if she really was a teacher's assistant and she said all the work I did as a teacher's assistant, and she wouldn't have said that if that was the truth, because then she'd be like, I don't want to say that because that'll give it away, because I'll basically tell him I did all this work, then that'll give him the right answer. So that means it's the wrong answer, which means she married her high school sweetheart is the truth, just like I said, with no help from the internet, no help with questions, no cheating, nothing this motherfucker tries to do to get ahead like Vegas, even though he still sucks.
Teacher's assistant for 30.
Yeah. He's just focusing on one question.
Question about being a teacher.
And then focusing on whether the question he asked is right or wrong, and then doing process of elimination.
All the work I did as a teacher assistant, you're not even. No, that's okay.
Yeah, no, I think that you worked as a teacher's assistant for 30 years.
Oh,
Wrong.
I stumped you.
Yeah, that's wrong. Think about this. That was stupid. He's like, right now, he's thinking about it. Here's the beginning stages of him thinking, oh shit, what did I just do? That's right. That means no one's a teacher's assistant for 30 years. You're just not. You know what I mean? If anything, you start off as a teacher's assistant to become a teacher, or you get promoted. No one stays, like no one's a busboy for 30 years. They start as a busboy and they become a fucking waiter, or they start as a prep cook and then they get promoted to either a line cook or like maybe a supervisor of other prep cooks or something. No one is an assistant of anything for 30 years, even in Neenah, Wisconsin. And plus, they want to mention their husbands on TV. That was so obvious too. And then, like I said, if it was the truth, she wouldn't have mentioned it because she would have felt guilty. She would have felt like she was giving away the answer. He's an idiot. This guy's stupid.
Oh, I stumped you. I did because I did 12 years. I was a case manager for adults with disabilities my 30 years.
Oh, congratulations. You win a mug and a t-shirt.
And a
let's see if we
t-shirt.
can win you a great
Yes.
trip. It's time for Warm It Up Travel Trivia. Travel Trivia.
Oh, they must be pressed for time. They must be pressed for time because they're always talking too much at the beginning.
Travel
You
Trivia.
saw the editing they had to do to cut the time.
Yep, that's Jeffrey Miller, everyone. Our in Florida.
Wait, I lived in Valrico.
Yeah, Bloomingdale.
Yeah, Bloomingdale. Did you go to Bloomingdale High School?
I did not, but I've been there almost 9 years now.
Okay, got it. I like it over there. There's a good Publix over there.
There's a few of them. Good pubs up.
Is that where you worked in Publix?
I worked at Publix, yeah.
Where shopping is a
Where
pleasure.
shopping is a pleasure.
You stay with somebody long enough, and you know the mantras of their previous jobs. Deja, spin that wheel and see.
What was the mantra of his gigolo job? Mark Consuelos, where a turtle feels like a hare.
Ooh, Christine.
Yeah.
You are playing for a trip for two to the Hyatt Regency Grand Reserve, Puerto Rico. 7 days, 6 nights, ocean view room. It includes 3 meals daily. That's all the meals.
That's all of them.
It's a prize valued at $10,600. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Good luck, Christine.
All right, Christine, we had Alfonso Ribeiro on the show. What sport did Alfonso say his sons play?
Baseball.
What do Alfonso, whatever his name is, sons play with?
Alfonso Ribeiro was
What
on the
sport?
show. What sport did Alfonso say his sons play?
Baseball.
Alfonso Ribeiro.
Baseball?
Yes!
Congratulations! You and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights.
This is fucking bullshit. This fucking bullshit. This fucking bullshit.
Was on the show. What sport did Alfonso say his sons play?
Alfonso Ribeiro.
Baseball?
Yes!
Congratulations! You and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at the Hyatt Regency Grand Reserve, Puerto Rico. Located on a protected nature reserve with a calm stretch of beach and lush gardens, this tropical resort features luxury accommodations, Puerto Rico's largest lagoon-style swimming pool, 2 championship golf courses, a variety of food and beverage outlets, and so much more. Your prize is valued at approximately $10,600.
That looks so nice, Christine.
Oh, God.
Will you do me a favor?
Oh, absolutely, Kelly.
Will you take your brand new I Stumped Mark shirt
And rub it in between your thighs and think of me when you're sipping a Coqui Loki.
and your mug to Puerto Rico with you? Take lots of pictures on the beach and send them to me.
Sure.
Thank you so much,
Just so
Christine.
you know, we love you guys for making us laugh every day.
Congratulations.
Oh, Kelly, I absolutely will if you pay me a fee. Then no.
Thank you so much,
Just so
Christine.
you know, we love you guys for making us laugh every day.
You
Congratulations.
must have a sad sense of
We get
humor.
to make the day of a lucky member of our
You must have a sad sense of humor in the town of Neenah, Wisconsin.
studio audience who will receive
That's
a
the mantra. In fact, that's the mantra of Neenah, Wisconsin. Neenah, Wisconsin. The saddest group of people with the saddest sense of humor. No. Neenah, Wisconsin. Welcome to the saddest sense of humor.
$500 perfect
Neenah, Wisconsin. The saddest sense of humor.
gift.com cash gift card. So please pick a number between 1 and 122.
47.
My favorite number is 29.
Why?
Mark and Gelman take the cold plunge. Sebastian Maniscalco. And coming up next, Seyfried.
Old interview.
Oh my God, this is corny.
So
I know it is.
I can tell that we are gonna be friends. You're so amazing.
She's an award-winning actress known for her outstanding performance as Elizabeth Holmes in The Dropout. Now she stars in the crime thriller The Crowded Room. Please welcome back to the show the incredible Amanda Seyfried. Last time I think you were here, we predicted.
You're a bit psychic.
We predicted accurately that you would, in fact, win that Emmy, Golden Globe. You won everything.
Yeah, it made me anxious when you said that because I was like, either she's really right or she's really wrong.
She's
No,
really
no, no.
right.
We have an incredible track record.
Yeah,
You're gonna
you are
win.
so good at
Thanks,
that.
thanks.
So
I
good.
kept, yeah, it's so weird. I was talking about it for so long. It was such a passion project.
But I want to go back to the moment, like you're at the awards, you're at the Golden Globes, you're at the Emmys, you hear your name called. What happens to you? Like, what happens to your body, your mind?
And were you concerned, or were you going to speak in the voice like the guy
Did
did?
you
Never.
farts?
That was never a concern for me. Not Larry. Not at all.
Can you do the
What it
voice
is
now?
just pure joy and elation. There's nothing negative about it. It's like you think it's possible they can say your name,
and then they actually do, and it's just one of those things where it's just like it could. It's like I don't win a lot. I didn't win a lot. You know, so I wasn't an athlete. I didn't win stuff.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Sure.
I didn't need to be first.
You've won in life.
I wanted life. I had these. Yeah, my life is like.
Yeah.
Better than
You
I
got
could have
chickens.
imagined. And then I get this amazing accolade from my peers. And that's just a whole other thing. You don't expect it, but when it happens, boy, oh boy, are you welcoming to it.
Yeah.
So thank you for the Emmy. Oh, you're welcome.
Hey, you went to the Met Gala.
I did.
Did you have
I
fun?
haven't been in a while. Yeah, it's a little stressful because you know so many people, and then there's just it's just a vibe.
Yeah.
But I thought the theme, it was like Karl Lagerfeld. I thought
Oh,
the
there's-
theme
there's
really
a-
lent itself to ultra glamour,
Hey,
like total.
Doesn't she have like Madonna vibes?
Thank you.
to her?
Yeah, it's the hair. It's the hair.
It's the
The
hair.
hair is say you are to me if Michelle Pfeiffer and Madonna had a baby. That's what
I
happened.
swear you've said that to me.
Yes.
Maybe in private. I
No,
swear
but
you've said this to me before, and thank you.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Because
I
that's
am like
great.
Well, I've had them both here on the show, so I know I'm like an expert at this.
So it's even better to have me here because it's like two of them at once.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you still living on your farm with your
Forever
menagerie?
Yes.
Yes.
I was actually yesterday morning. Because when I'm home, I feed and do this stuff, and I was cleaning. I was actually literally shoveling duck poop.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
feces.
Keep you humble.
Yeah.
No, and I was just thinking, I am very present. I really am. As a 37-year-old woman with two kids, that's where life's at.
Yeah.
Because I see it. And I'm like, this is what I need to do. It's great. And I was shoveling it all into hay to not mess up the bucket. And I was like, I'm going to be on live television tomorrow. How weird. But also, because the live television is a little easier to do because, it makes people anxious.
Yeah.
And then know that I'm going to go back to that. It's great. Very humbling. And my kids better be humble too.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Well, you've got them out there shoveling duck.
Not
poop,
yet.
so-
But they will.
but soon.
It's their future.
It's coming.
Hey, is it their future?
Yeah,
It's their future. Hey, let's take a commercial break. But when we return, America talks about the new gripping thriller, The Crowded Room. Stick around.
Still ahead on Live, Sebastian Maniscalco. My moderate to
Not just your space, but also your budget. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to get started with free, no-obligation consultation. Let's get organized together.
Itzhak, even the name sounds exotic. Did it strike you as strange, him being there?
What do you mean?
Did he seem at all out of place in your suburban neighborhood? Danny?
I think Itzhak would have been pretty much out of place in any neighborhood.
That was the scene from Amanda's gripping new thriller, The Crowded Room. Tell us a little bit about it. It takes place in the 70s.
Yeah, late 70s era. I mean, that era is so fun.
My favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of suits, lots of wool in a good way. That show it's really hard to explain. Do you recognize that guy?
I do. Do you recognize that guy?
Hardly. It's amazing that transformation. Tom Holland becoming Danny's. Yeah. I listen. We're in a room. We spent a lot of time in a room, and you would think that'd be boring, but it wasn't because there's so much happening in this show that it unravels in a way that is very difficult to describe. And also, for someone like me, I like puzzles. I love thrillers.
Mm-hmm.
This is you're getting a few puzzle pieces scattered about each episode, and then you have these pieces and you don't know what to do with them, and then all of a sudden it starts coming together. And at the end, there's the puzzle's done, and it's just is that good? Is that the way to describe it? It's good. It's really good. My character though specifically because it's so different.
Yeah.
Like I said, she's a professor and she's an amazing compassionate woman, and I am the entry point into like I take the audience with me.
Yeah.
I'm discovering this stuff with the
It
audience.
seems like it would be a real story, but it's not. It's not based.
It's loosely based on something, and it's also based on the writer's life.
Yeah.
Got it.
Akiva Goldsman, and it takes you. It's epic. I would say it's epic, and the eras. I mean, the style, everything
So
about it, the
fun.
music
Yeah,
is so.
so
You
fun.
will.
We were alive back then. Do you know?
Yeah, no, we were.
We were like
in it.
8 or 9 years
It was
old.
the groovy. It was the grooviest
so
time
groovy.
ever.
Star Wars came out.
We tell our kids this all the time. I'm like, I'm sorry that we failed you and that we weren't born earlier so that you could have been born.
Were your parents as happy as everybody looked?
It's hard to say.
Yes, the same with my parents. I feel like they were.
It's hard to say.
Yeah. Hey, you got to work with your husband.
Yeah, I did.
recently.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah, I know. It's fun.
There's a nice shortcut, huh? Yeah. I mean, the hair, man. We both are wearing the hair. It was fun because we didn't actually have childcare one week, and so we had a couple scenes together that week, and it was such a nightmare. But my daughter was like watching us, and it was just it's a magical family event.
Sure.
God, it was so nice.
And did they understand? Did your kids recognize that you were acting?
Yeah, it was amazing. I think she really saw. She wants to be an actor.
Yeah.
It's so obvious. She hasn't said it, but she's constantly creating a stage around the house. Like she put on a dress and held up her little trophy, and she's like, "Mama, I'm winning the Emmy. Can you watch me?"
Oh wow!
Yeah,
And I thought that was
like in
the
a
cutest thing in the
double
world.
actor household, it's unavoidable.
It's unavoidable, and
Yeah.
you know what? Let's bring it in. It's a great way to express yourself if you have the right parents.
Yeah, of course.
That's right.
Always about having the right parents and getting out of bed.
Thank you, Amanda. The Carter Room, Apple TV Plus.
Tomorrow on Live, Jake Gyllenhaal.
They said everything was perfect.
Let Redo Cabinets put a new face on your kitchen today.
Call now and receive up to $1,500 off your kitchen project, plus 36 months zero interest financing.
He's one of our favorite guests who has the ability to make us laugh until we cry and our skulls hurt. Please welcome the brilliant Sebastian Maniscalco. So you've got a big milestone this summer for you and your wife.
Yeah, so I'm turning 50, she's turning 40, and then we're celebrating our 10th wedding anniversary.
Amazing.
It's gonna be a very expensive summer for you.
100 years.
That's
100
amazing.
yeah.
So are you planning on celebrating everything together? Like
No.
get it all done in one party?
Yeah, we've been tossing ideas around. By the way, I'm trying to stand, I'm trying to sit because I got a roll here. All right? Turning 50, you get a roll when you wear a t-shirt. So I'm standing or sitting.
Yeah, you're trying to stretch out the roll.
Correct. I'm trying to be, I don't know what you're taking, but
I'm 52,
It's
Sebastian.
called
I know,
exercise.
do you guys wake up in the morning and turn to each other and go, "Oh, look at how fabulous our teeth."
He does. He does. He does. I spit out my retainer. I try to come to terms with the fact that my false eyelashes are stuck to the headboard. It's a different thing, the two of us in the morning. He looks like that and I look different.
Yeah.
How did you and Lana meet?
We met at the gym. We shared a personal trainer.
Oh, yeah.
So I asked him, I go, "You got any hot women you train?" And he goes, "Yeah, at 6 a.m. I go, "Well, put me at 7. I want to come in, check her out." And I came on strong. I'm like, I got ready to go to the gym, did my hair, baby oil, cologne. And she's on the treadmill. I just slipped on the other treadmill. Didn't even put it on. And I asked her out on the treadmill, and here we are 10 years later.
Amazing.
was the moment you knew you wanted to do what you're doing now? When you knew you wanted to be a comedian?
So young, I loved school when I got to do a book report in front of the class. I love getting up in front of people. I'm really shy, kind of off stage, but young, second grade, I told my teacher I want to be a stand-up comedian.
No kidding.
Fell in love with it at a young age. I used to watch all those specials growing up and really had an affinity for comedians. And then I said, I want to do this for a living. I was just like a funny guy at the kitchen table, making my parents laugh.
Did you get like a moment where you're in front of the second grade class, deliver a book report or whatever, and you got the laughter in that audience? Did that like?
So yeah, I did a it was an autobiography on Stevie Wonder, and I dressed as Stevie Wonder. I came in, I did the whole thing in front of the class and killed. And I go, I gotta make a living out of this. So, yeah, it was early on.
That's amazing. Have you met Stevie?
No, I have not. No,
okay,
no.
That'd be interesting because I know like you had like lots of different jobs before you became a comedian.
Oh yeah.
I know you worked in your dad's salon for a minute.
Yeah, swept here and there, worked at Fuddruckers, Olin Mills Portrait Studio. I was selling portrait packages over the phone.
Were you a good closer? Were you closing these deals?
Well, I'd call, and with this voice,
People thought I was trying to whack them.
Thing in front of the class and killed. And I go, I gotta make a living out.
You met Stevie?
No, I have not. No,
okay.
No.
That'd be interesting because I know like you had like lots of different jobs before you became a comedian.
Oh yeah.
I know you worked in your dad's salon for a minute.
Yeah, swept here and there, worked at Fuddruckers, Olin Mills Portrait Studio. I was selling portrait packages over the phone.
Were you a good closer? Were you closing these deals?
Well, I'd call, and with this voice, I would call up, and it would sound like the family owed me money.
Right.
You want a portrait package? So I glazed ham at Honey Baked Ham because I come from a family where if I had off from school, it wasn't like a break. Like people now, they go on spring break, right? The family does.
That's right.
And I went to work. So
yeah. That's how we all grew up. I think it's like, we've talked about this, like a different time now.
Yeah.
We found this incredible throwback photo of you. Can you explain to us?
Listen.
Is this your modeling days?
Listen, this was 1920. At that age, every Italian thinks he could be the next Antonio Sabato Jr.
That's an amazing
reference. My mom told me send that photo to Hollywood and just put your phone number on the back.
Just send it to Hollywood in general.
Yeah, just send it. I sent it to 100 casting directors, not one phone call.
But then you wound up getting a job at
Four Seasons.
the Four Seasons Lobby Bar.
Yeah, I worked there 1998 to 2005. I was a cocktail waitress in the bar there, and it was literally 10 girls and me working the bar.
And so, who was your favorite customer?
Because a lot of people go through that bar there.
Right.
At the time, it was the hottest bar in Hollywood. Yeah. So, I remember Shaq was a great tipper. He used to come in. I felt like I was serving a giant, right? He ordered a coffee or an espresso, right? But I feel like I can't give this guy an espresso cup, right? So I gave him a coffee cup with a dessert spoon. So I felt
so he looked like a normal espresso.
Well, I mean, come on, what is he going to do? I mean, it gets lost in his hand. So, it was great. I had a great time working there and meeting a lot of people. So.
When you're a stand-up comedian, and I think about it in terms of like this day and age and who even knew that comedians would become like controversial?
Yeah.
Did you ever fear like getting canceled or having offended some group of people, your parents?
Somebody right now in this audience might be offended what I said about my fat roll, right? Somebody might be home and go, he made fun of fat. I don't care. I think of majority of the country doesn't have a problem with it. Unfortunately, it's a minority of people who have loud voices who tend to make it difficult for us to just laugh and enjoy comedy.
One of your favorite comedy routines is about one of Sebastian's. My favorite is you talk about how people who used to live in their basements now have an outlet to express their rage at everything through social
Through the
media.
internet, yeah. So
it's so funny.
Yeah, everybody's got they're online. People are complaining. A lot of people complain online at Twitter or whatnot about things that I don't know. I got too much going. I'm raising a family. I can't go to Twitter and go, I'm upset that whatever, fill in the blank. So pay attention to your kids rather than the computer.
Yeah,
exactly.
We've got to take a commercial break, but when we return, Sebastian's going to tell us more about his latest movie about my father and leave it to us. Stick around.
If you love watching our show from home,
You'd say, I think I should go for this really cool, like, edgy cut. Let's do it. Early on, you'd say, I think I should go for this really cool, like, edgy cut. Let's do it, babe.
He encouraged me to get a Carol Brady.
I wanted you to get the Michelle Pfeiffer haircut. It doesn't end up looking like Carol Brady.
next guy, Jake Gyllenhaal, the right age for nutrient.
.356 and visit dadsrights.com.
50 years ago, I come to this country to give you a better life. 50 years ago, I skipped every weekend in Sicily for you. I joined the U.S. Army to protect your freedoms. And what thanks do I get? You go celebrate the 4th of July with some other family, leaving me to burn the sparklers and eat the hot dogs alone. Alone. Thank you.
That was a clip from the latest movie about my father. Tell us about the film.
Yeah, so I got De Niro to play my dad, which is unbelievable. And the film is about my relationship with my father, meeting the family.
Did you have to prepare both sides of the family for this movie when you were making it?
I don't ask. I just do the material, and if somebody has a problem with it afterwards, so be it. No, listen, I don't make fun of my family in a very malicious way at all. It's just all in good fun. My in-laws love it. My father loves it.
But when you were a waiter, didn't you wait on De Niro?
Yeah, I waited on De Niro in 2002, I think it was, at the Four Seasons. I remember he sat outside. He was alone. I don't know if he was in character, but he was kind of murmuring to himself. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not going to interrupt this guy. I don't know if
He's by running lines.
Yeah, he's running lines, and he's like, more almonds, because they had almonds on the table, more almonds. I said, oh, okay, right away. And then 20 years later, the guy's my father in a movie. So it's just
Did you ever have a moment with him 20 years later where you told him that I waited on you at Four Seasons? Did you tell him?
Yeah, he could care less.
He had no reaction.
Good. It's a matter of few words.
Now that he's played your dad, though, and like your dad went there and stayed with him, now you have a relationship with him, right? Like now, certainly you're on a phone call basis. You go to his house for dinner.
No. We worked together. We did this press run, and I'll never see him again.
What about the sequel?
Yeah, we gotta finish the story. We need a sequel where I smother him in his sleep with a pillow.
Go to his house for dinner.
No. We worked together. We did this press run, and I'll never see him again.
What about the sequel?
Yeah, we're we're gonna do a sequel. I don't know. Listen, if we're fortunate enough to do a sequel, obviously that would be great.
No, you're definitely doing a sequel.
Well, if you say so.
I say so.
Yeah,
you're doing a sequel.
About my mother from the grave.
So when you're watching this movie and when you're thinking back in real time, like what was the thing that surprised your family about Lana's family?
These people travel so much, and God bless them. They really do. I'm like, where are you? And we're in Copenhagen for lunch. You know? Growing up, we took one trip a year, and it was my father took a wad of cash and brought it on the trip. Right. When the cash ran out, we went back in the car and went home. There was no like credit card, you know, there was none of that. It was like, this is what we have for vacation. And if we stayed at Disneyland for 2 days or a week, or we never know how long we were going. It was just when the wad of cash ran out, the vacation was done.
I love that Leslie Bibb is playing your wife.
Yes.
Did your wife have say in the casting?
No, not necessarily. I mean, Leslie's a great actress. I've worked with her on a movie called Tag, and I just had really good chemistry with her. And I said, yeah, you know what, let's get her to do this. And she was just fantastic. So I don't really do a lot of movies, so I surrounded myself with a lot of great, talented people.
That you knew.
Kim Cattrall's in the movie, and obviously De Niro. So yeah, it was fabulous.
Well, we love it so much, and I can't wait for the sequel. Make sure you catch Sebastian Maniscalco in his film About My Father. Thank you for being here.
Tomorrow on Live, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
This time. Doing something.
Hulu on Disney Plus, available with Disney Bundle. Plans starting at $9.99 a month.
My signature hybrid mattress versus this leading brand name hybrid mattress. Both combine types of memory foam with inner spring coils.
But my signature is just $9.99. Theirs is $21.99.
Sure, they're not exactly the same, but theirs worth so much more.
Oh my God!
Please welcome sports medicine doctor and the owner and creator of the wellness club Remedy, I like to call it Palace. Remedy Place, actually, is Dr. Jonathan Leary. Dr. Jonathan, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Great to see you. What are some of the benefits of this? I can't imagine that there are benefits to this. I put my fingers in there and my fingers feel like they're frozen.
Honestly, there's so many. The moment you step out of the tub, you feel like a superhuman. So the process of going in isn't the most enjoyable in the beginning, but decrease inflammation, improve sleep, you have mood enhancement, you have a dopamine spike. I mean, your body's buzzing all day, but it's also the mental challenge in accomplishing something that is so difficult, and it makes you so mentally strong.
I think it would mentally break me. This has mentally broken me just looking at these 2 tubs of ice. Is there a difference between men and women who take the plunge?
Yeah. Women usually do better. They're more mentally strong within their bodies.
Of course they are.
And honestly, whenever I see a couple, the woman always outperforms the man, and it's amazing. One benefit for women is women do have more body fat, so more insulation, but it's more the mental side for that. That's why they perform better.
Is there anyone who shouldn't be doing this?
Yeah, I mean, if you have any heart conditions, we want to make sure to screen that with your medical doctor.
Well, these 2 don't. They don't even have a heart.
Cold heart. But no, it's relatively safe. And when it's monitored the right way and you have the right supervision, there's always a way around it. You always can start a lot warmer. It doesn't have to be super cold. But today we're getting really cold.
Super cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what's with the booties?
So the booties just help. Your distal extremities, so your hands and your feet have the least amount of blood flow.
There are other extremities, though.
Yeah, I heard you say that the other day.
I'm more concerned about these other extremities.
You can take care of that after,
Why is it up to me to take care of everything?
We know you're worried about it.
Are breathing exercises important?
Yeah, breathing exercises in the tub, we really just want to get controlled breathing. Before, we can do different breathing exercises just to prep the body so that you're more prepared. It helps increase oxygen utilization, but even just mentally get in the right place so that when you're doing something challenging.
He's doing it right now. He's doing the breathing.
Yeah. You guys got to experience in the class the other
Gelman,
day.
please don't breathe at me like that. It's very disturbing. Are you breathing?
Yeah, we're both. I'm just breathing just to be alive.
Yeah. So what are the benefits of breathing?
Breathing, it just, like I said, it really helps enhance the oxygen utilization in your body.
Okay, these guys are going to continue to breathe. I'm going to hold my breath. And they're going to plunge when we return. Stick around.
If you would like to know more about anything you see online, log on to our website at Live with Kelly.
Life does go on. Register at lifegoeson.com.
When I was your age, we never.
Performances begin April 30th. Get tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
Jonathan Leary, and we've been discussing the benefits of cold plunge therapy, and Mark and Gelman are about to take the big plunge. You actually recommend doing it with someone, is that correct?
The human connection part's the biggest part for us because, doing it with somebody, it's building that camaraderie to get through it together, and people always last longer doing it together.
Okay.
Do people ever hold hands?
Yeah, we can do a little hand holding.
Okay, everyone, get out your cell phone cameras. All right, Doctor. Okay. Count us down. Count us down, Doctor.
Okay, we're gonna do it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step into the tub. You're gonna sit down as fast as you can. And remember, we want to breathe. So try to inhale as long as you can. Exhale as long as you can. Try to relax your shoulders. Good. Relax your eyes.
Relax my eyes.
Breathe. The goal here is you just want to get controlled breathing. So whatever it takes. Focus.
Do you have any words that you want to say, Gelman? Mark, how do you feel?
I feel good. The legs are. It's interesting in the legs.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice. It's. I would say it's an extreme feeling.
Yeah. So you'll feel the tingling, and it's those sensations are normal. All the blood vessels in your body are like vasoconstricting, so they're tightening up.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
What's happening
I'm
to
gonna say pain, no tingle.
You don't have the tingle yet.
No, honestly, the body will start to adapt. And once it starts to adapt, that sensation, the pain, the tingling, that will start to dissipate.
Gelman, Mark has leaned back.
Yeah, do you want to lean back?
Do you want to lean back and maybe relax?
Good.
Yourself?
It's hard when you move.
I'm sorry, Dr. Gelman has frozen in one place. He can no longer move.
Listen, you guys are already a minute and a half in. It's going to fly by. You're doing great.
So, do you want to build an ice bath at home?
I do. I want to get one of these. Maybe a little. I'll use the tub that we have and just fill it with ice.
See, he's making it look easy. Are you sure you don't want to get in?
Oh, I definitely do not want to get in.
Get it with Mark. Warm him up.
By the way, Remedy Place is located in New York City and Los Angeles. If you want to take an ice bath or any of their other self-care remedies. Oh, what else do you have there? There's a link on our website.
Okay.
Do you provide any other things?
We have all your top alternative medicine doctors and every type of self-care you ever would like.
We're going to take a break and we'll be right back. Stick around.
Stay social with us. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram.
But you're not.
Agony of defeat.
You are wrong, Mark.
Win or lose.
I think today is your 30th birthday.
That is false.
That's not true. That's not true.
Speak your truth.
Mark, you know what I'm going to do with your shirt? I'm going to knit some sleeves, and it's going to be my ugly Christmas sweater.
Shoot your shot. Shots fired. Go for the glory.
Well played.
Stop Mark.
He never gets old.
For details, go to livewithkellyandmark.com. That was incredible.
Look, we are at the 6-minute mark. We've gone over 6 minutes. Congratulations. Should they come up
They
here?
got out.
Okay, congratulations. We got some hot dogs for you guys as a celebration.
Tomorrow at Live, Jake Gyllenhaal, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and the lesson in Partner Pilates.
On the response from Hamas and from Ismail Haniyeh himself, he has essentially said that this doesn't change anything, that he has already lost members of his family, so many other Palestinians in Gaza.
By the way, Amanda Seyfried reminded me of Heather Graham.
Romance, heavy on the twisted. The film hits theaters this October, exactly 5 years after the original Joker.
I want to see the real you.
I want to see the
But it's long set out, and it doesn't seem in the mood for concessions. And I would say that after this strike, it's probably even less ready for concessions than it
Not
was
Michelle
before.
Pfeiffer
From the
and
Israeli
whoever the
side,
fuck
the
they
Security
said.
Cabinet was meeting last night.
The fuck was it? Amanda Seyfried. They said she looks like fucking Michelle Pfeiffer and Madonna. I would say it was Madonna and Heather Graham, a kid that was born in the 50s, and that was a picture of her college days in the 70s. Like if you agree, if not, I'll smile like Joker.